who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you give me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this live stream, or even if you're watching it after stream, give me a Fonzie, either by double tapping the screen or just simply hitting that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and little notification bell so that you know when I post videos or when I go live. All right. So today is a Friday, TGIF, Goddess Day, whatever you want to call it, Divine Feminine Day, Venus Day. You call it what you will. I'll call it Friday. All right. So every Friday we pull from the Divine Feminine Oracle book. If you want to know what this is the Oracle card deck or Oracle card deck book that I use. Okay, this is the book from the Oracle card deck. That's what I'm trying to spit out. All right. So today is 5/29, 2026. So 5111. So definitely changes are occurring. I feel like a lot of us are going through a ego death where we're letting go of that limited mindset. We're letting go of the scarcity mindset. We're letting go of fear. I do feel that there is a shift changing, but I feel like it's very, very slow moving shift. All right. So 5 and the 3 ones. The 3 ones tell you to keep your focus on what you desire. Focus on the fear. Don't focus on the worry. Don't focus on the negative vibration. Don't focus on anything negative. Make sure you keep your thoughts positive. Make sure you keep your focus positive. Because your mind, where you put your focus, is what is manifesting. So if you put your focus on the negativity, focus on anything negative vibrational, whether it's a thought, a feeling towards a person, towards an object, towards a situation, you're going to manifest that, right? Because we're in that 5 energy. Change is upon us, whether it's a good change or a bad change, depends on where you're focusing at. It is the overall energy of an 8, so we absolutely are co-creating with the universe, especially with the full moon right around the corner. So I am working on the full moon videos. It's funny because yesterday I was going to do a Gemini full moon. Give me some Fonzies, viewers. I was going to do a Gemini full moon reading. Okay, I had it set up for Gemini, and I had something else going behind the scenes, and I kind of got distracted. And when I come in to sit down to do the Gemini full moon reading, I skip right over to Cancer. So whenever you're doing readings, everything matters. So Cancer is jumping the line, right? They're taking a turn out of their turn, so to speak. So, but the reading was very interesting. It was supposed to be for Gemini, but it ended up being for Cancer. So I labeled it for Cancer. So, however, I am going to, after I get done with this general reading, go right into the cancers, the moon readings, and I am going to do Gemini. So stay tuned if you are a Gemini. 411 is the information. There's some sort of a message in there for you collective. Even if you're not a Gemini, there could be a message in there, so you may want to go watch it. All right. So let's go ahead and pull your Divine Feminine card. Oh, they wanted to come right out on the bottom of the deck. Mistress of the Labyrinth. My soul knows why. The only way out is through. So you could be in a labyrinth right now. You may be going through a lot of twists and turns, maybe not seeing clearly, maybe coming into a couple of dead ends, because the labyrinth always has dead ends. It's going to make you turn around and go the other way. So this is giving me, on my crow card, this is giving me the energy of the stalker prey energy, where you have the fox preying on the crow, and the crow is stuck in survival mode. They're not being able to see their way out of a situation. So that's kind of like what I'm getting with this card. A airy I don't know how to pronounce her. But anyway, she's on the bottom of the deck. So she is on, like, she is at your fingertips. So we have my four goddesses that want to pop out. I have no idea how to pronounce this beautiful divine feminine's name, but she is saying, I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation, the essence of all Buddhas. So I don't know if you know how to pronounce it. That's okay. You can call her in. I have no clue. I'll chop it up if I try. I do. It does look like she's Oriental. So yeah, then we have Kuan Yin, which is really good because she's the goddess of love and compassion, coming through, also Oriental. Dakini, the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. And Mir Bai, the saint of true freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul, and I think she come out last week. All right. So I'm not going to read all about her, all these goddesses. I'm just going to read basically why she's showing up today, May 29th. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll give you the number. Come with the goddesses. Page, or the, let's see, 117. So 11 and a 7. So 2, 9, and 9 is 11. 5 and a 2 is a 7. So that could be right on point for you. 11, 7. 11s talk about mastery. 7s talk about the mastery for our soul's growth. All right. So let's go ahead and read why this beautiful goddess is coming through today. 529. 529, 2026. And no matter what has happened recently or in the past, this beautiful goddess reminds us that we possess the fierce wisdom that transmutes any pain or suffering into deep lessons that free us and bring us more joy. She is the call to wake up if we have fallen into that old myth, something or someone outside of us is going to save us, right? She is here to make it loud and clear that what is within us will save us. We can take this moment right here, right now, to turn everything sacred. Her energy is sharp and uncompromising. She will not let you remain in an illusion or an empowered story about who you really are. She wants you to sever all the ties to your ego's relationship or to a person or to it in your life and see it again with the third eye, with the wisdom that can perceive a deeper spiritual path beneath the human drama. This red female Buddha is the power we all have in every moment to take seemingly everyday event or annoyance or unfortunate occurrence and use it to our own enlightenment. She reminds us that everything is rich. She reminds us that everything is rich with material for us to use to elevate our reality as the embodied soul. So that is a beautiful message to start off with. Now let's go to Kuan Yin, which is a number 104, which is a 5 energy. So you may need to look up what the 104 number means to you. 117104. I'm going to write that down. 117104. So 221 can be significant. Excuse sibling rivalry. It is still happening. All right. So Kuan Yin is about the deep medicine that comes simply from being willing to bear witness to someone else's pain. To really listen, we have to move from the ego to the soul so that the story we are listening to doesn't become us or trigger us. This also applies to moments when we are listening to the story we tell ourselves about who we are. We are often far harsher and less forgiving to ourselves than we would ever be to someone else. Kuan Yin suggests that we listen simply with curiosity. Curiosity allows us to detach from needing to take the suffering of someone we love personally. Curiosity is a door that leads to compassion. It frees us from feeling as though we have to react to what we hear or defend and explain our part in their suffering. We could just perceive the pain that they are in, or we can finally hear our own cries of despair and not seek to judge or justify them. We can just be present to what needs to be heard. Kuan Yin is a powerful energy of giving witness to our own or someone else's suffering. Often, just calm, abiding presence of compassion is all that is needed to transform the suffering into clear light. Dakini is 130, which is a 4 energy. So 1044 is significant. 1044. Or number 13, which I think the moon, which is probably in Scorpio by now, which rules the death card. So death and rebirth. So ending the ego and stepping into the whole, right? Like the ego death that I had mentioned. Give me a Fonzie viewer, and if you're a hater, thanks for the view. I appreciate it. The Dakini means a task will be accomplished. Whatever it is you're currently on, a project, an answer, or a decision, she will help see you through to the other side. And whatever you need most, as a playful angelic presence, as a taskmaster to help you maneuver through the hard, or as a messenger from the wisdom that's needed for you to take that next step. Bikini, the answer and the way forward is not with the intellect. She is the embodiment of the embodiment of the feminine intuition. She reminds you that you have an innate power to know instinctively what's best for you to know for you now. The Dakini means it's not going to be a straight, clear yes or no. With the Dakini, it's a third option. She reminds us that there's something out beyond yes or no or even right or wrong. There's something that will tell you if you can be expansive enough to hear the answer. She is bound by the usual or by the expected. She will allow you to come up with the unthinkable, the most imaginative and most brilliant outcome possible. All right. So Dakini is telling you to trust your intuition because your intuition is guiding you through this situation, so that you can address it. It's like addressing the shadow side, right? Addressing the shadow side for liberation so that you can step more into the light, right? And that's where freedom lies. All right. Number 84 was a 12. All right. Often, without even realizing it, we make choices beyond an external expectation on how we think other people will perceive our actions. Mirabai is about doing what's right for you and nobody else. Ultimately, only you can know what needs to be done or said. You have this one brief life, and every second of it matters. Mirabai is about standing up for what you know is right for you, even if others will judge you for it. The being persecuted can convince us not to be true to who we really are. That's love. Though that's far larger than human constructs and cultural values. Love isn't ethical. Love isn't bound by any idea of what's socially acceptable. Love is what sets us free from the expectations that bind us. Love, in whatever way it finds us, asks us to stay loyal to our own soul. An outside person who asks us to betray our most intimate relationship with the divine isn't acting out of love. From nearby, her true husband wasn't the one she was married to. The love that made her brave, the love that inspired her every poem action, was a divine love for Krishna. So the laws that bound her to the strict expectations of being a wife didn't actually apply to her. Love asks us to look at what really matters to us and at what we truly value. And love asks us to bravely defy expectations in order to be true to ourselves. Love wants us to marry our own soul. All right. So if you are already here and you're watching and you are resonating with these messages, give me a thumbs up. If you're a hater and you're popping in and out, thank you for the view. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So that is what I feel. So let's go ahead and pull. Since we're talking about your intuition, what is your gut telling you with the essence of the Buddha? What is your gut telling you? Yeah, name your higher self. So call in your higher self. It's a number 35, which adds up to an 8, right? Have a power to make each moment sacred, the essence of the Buddha, right? Name your higher self. You can creatively bypass your ego and conscious mind and tap directly into your higher self by giving it a personal name, such as Tom or Betty or Michael or simply HS. The name you choose isn't important. My higher self is named Sam. We talk regularly and I learn a lot. I know it sounds silly, but it works. Naming your higher selves makes conversations with it much more intimate and opens the door to higher vibration and perspective in a fun way. You can ask for guidance in any situation as though asking a dear and trustworthy friend for advice. You can speak to your higher self out loud. I often, and so do I, or through writing. Once it has a voice, it can freely respond whenever called upon. Ask it by name, what it feels best for you right now, to listen as it responds. The more specific question, the more specific answer. Don't let your ego block this powerful technique for accessing your vibration. Lighten up and give your higher self a chance to speak. You enjoy this new perspective. So, your higher self, they want you to start to your higher self. All right. Because your higher self has a voice. So that small voice within you, they want you to listen to it because your still small voice within you is important to the situation. It is guiding you. It is guiding you through this breath into a state of freedom. So if you're not sure which way to go, call in. Call in your higher self. Unfortunately, I cannot give you my higher self's name, but you, viewer, can name your own higher self because your higher self is guiding you out of this labyrinth, right? Is guiding you out of this labyrinth to freedom. So if you feel stuck or you feel like you're in an impasse, call upon your higher self. And I feel like you already know this. Your gut is telling you. The Kuan Yin. What is Kuan Yin? Body talk. Yeah. Listen to your intuition. It's very important. If you look at both of these cards, there's a lot of messages coming through here. A lot. So your higher self, your body is speaking to you. Number 7. Remember the first one was 117. Does your gut rumble, your chest tighten, the hair on your arm rise in certain situations? Does your heart race and head pound? Do you get a lump in your throat at other times? Pay close attention to signals because your body is talking to you. And what it's saying is important. It has a language of its own, unique and consistent. And with little awareness, you begin to read what your body's vibes are trying to tell you, whether it's a warning, vibe. Learn to read your body's vibes by running a mental scanner over it several times a day, asking yourself, how do I feel physically right now? Take your awareness a step further and actually talk to somebody. Ask it out loud for feedback and trust what you get. Don't overthink it. Take the first thought or feeling that pops into your pops as accurate because it's coming directly from your higher self. Use this information to guide you. This is a sixth sensory health insurance. Dakini, get grounded. So ground your energy will be very important. So I see a 3, an 8, a 7, and a 2, which is a 9, 8, 9, which boils down to an 8. So you're being asked to ground your energy so that you can trust your higher self, trust the messages that your body is trying to give you. Ground your energy because your body is speaking to you. Your higher self is speaking to you. So walk on the ground, go outside, put your feet on the ground, right? Mirror by. Woo woo is wonderful. A number 1. So I'm seeing 9 here. Let's read the woo woo is wonderful from Mirror by. If you want to experience the joy of sixth sensory living, you must completely accept your psychic sense as natural and necessary to living a divinely guided life. Better yet, make it your first sense in terms of value to you. See it as the mysterious part of you, a reflection of your divine nature. Birds have radar, whales have sonar, you have vibes. It's a divine plan. In feeling and trusting your vibes, it's important to realize that this base sense is actually the universe knocking at your door, trying to make your life easier, more successful, and more delightful. Accept that you are fully operating, divinely guided, sixth century being who is getting into the flow of the higher vibration and simply enjoying the life of synchronicity and blessings, of wonder and beauty, what it brings. Let your mantra be woo woo is where it's at for me. All right. Um, on the bottom of the deck, accept the gifts from the universe because they're clearing the way for you. And there could be somebody who, they want you to stay in this high vibration. They want you to laugh to help purge whatever it is that you're holding on to so that you can release it, whatever suffering it is. So they could be laughing at your suffering as well. This could be someone who lacks compassion. They're the ones who laughs at your pain. You're being asked to purge it, right? To help clear the path. Um, yeah. um, because you have mentors, role models. So that's what you are, a mentor and a role model. So you definitely have somebody who could be laughing at your pain here, laughing at your suffering, laughing at the fact that they're very immature, right? No matter how old they are, age isn't maturity. Okay. Right. This accepted the fact that you are very gifted, you are very psychic, you are a gift to the universe, right? Because the universe is definitely clearing the path for you. You got something coming. Okay. Alrighty. So what needs to clear? Let's just pull one card. What needs to be let go of? Negative thinking. Negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmation. So you could have somebody trying to control you, control your thoughts, cause you a lot of mental suffering, a lot of pain and suffering in your mind. If you're feeling a headache or your body doesn't feel right, pay attention to it, because I feel like somebody is projecting. I mean, it's quite obvious. I usually have a bunch of viewers right now and I have zero, right? Um, so let's pull some wisdom here. Forgiveness, acceptance, and confusion. Yeah. So we got third eye, root chakra, and crown chakra here. So forgiveness talks about healing that inner child wound, all the pain and suffering that you've been through, finding forgiveness for people outside of yourself and for yourself, especially. So amethyst protects us from toxic situations. So you have somebody who's being very toxic around you or sending you toxicity, and it's affecting your body. This card indicates healing and allowing yourself to return to the natural state of peace once again. Remember, we never forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others. Trade us. This is a time of personal evolution. So yeah, you don't have to forgive the other person. You have to forgive yourself for loving somebody who caused you a lot of pain and suffering, who played a lot of mind games with you. All right. Played a lot of psychic mind games with you. Like a psychic bully is coming through, or a spiritual bully is coming through here. All right. Who has caused your body a lot of aches, a lot of pains, right? Um, so So root chakra, again, grounding your energy is be very, very important. Innocence and an ability to see one's gifts are indicated, as well as the protection of the spirits, good luck, and an increase of self-esteem and confidence. So whoever I'm talking to, your spirit guides are around you. They're protecting you because you are very gifted and you had somebody who was caused you a lot of pain and suffering in the head, maybe a lot of headaches, a lot of body aches, a lot of body sicknesses, maybe whispering in your ear, causing you a lot of confusion, wanting you to close your heart off, right? Whoever you are, you're extremely gifted. And your intuition is telling you something. Your intuition is telling you what this person is doing. When you are in the unknown, it may be a little comfortable to know that you are safe. Understand that your angels have brought you to this point. You may need more information at the time. Remain still and allow inspiration in, it will come. So this person wanted you to feel rejected. They wanted you in a state of confusion. They didn't want you to connect with your higher self or connect with your angels or your spirit guides. What they wanted you to do is to stay in this mental confusion. Yeah, you know who you are. You're the one that's probably bouncing in and out of my live stream. I cancel and rebuke your word magic. All right. So, yeah, that's what I see. I feel like if you're experiencing a lot of headaches or um, a lot of this is somebody who's trying to control your thoughts. They were trying to confuse you. They didn't want you to trust your intuition. They didn't want you to trust your claircognizance. They were like literally trying to sever you from your higher self here. All right. So that is what I see. But I feel like, right, bittersweet. Somebody who, like, for instance, oh, I have extra toothpaste here if you need a tube. Kindness with cruelty underneath. The cruelty is saying that I need to brush my or I have ugly teeth. Yes, I do. But you know what? I don't care. I have all of my teeth. At least I can say one thing. I wasn't hanging in my head and the commode puking and washing it down with Diet Coke. I'm not the one with the toothpaste. All right. That's the kind of bittersweet words, cruel to be kind, cruel sentences, or kind sentences with an underlying energy of cruelty, right? Because your chair is empty. They wanted you to feel as though they wanted you around. Nobody would ever fit in that chair. Your chair would always be empty. You would never have, like, your spirit guides left you, right? They were working on low self esteem. If you have low self esteem, they were making you feel less like you wasn't worthy, right? Like this person played a lot of mind games, right? Come all nice and sweet to your face with an undertone of bitterness, an undertone of cruelty. Or, for instance, I love you, you're my best friend, but the whole time had the knife to stick in my back. And it must be you, view, I'm talking about because you're bouncing in and out, right? But the divine is coming in and clearing away. The universe is giving you a gift of clearing something out of your way so that you can say woo-hoo to the wonderful. All right. Trying to free you. So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards. Let's clarify forgiveness. Yep, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands talks about, the burdens, the heaviness that we carry. This is somebody who was trying to siphon your solar plexus energy, somebody who was wanted you to feel powerless, right? They wanted you to feel powerless. They wanted you in this energy of never being able to find happiness, never being able to accept who you are, never being able to reach this energy of trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. This talks about the heavy burdens that we carry, right? You can see she's got 9 wands in one hand and 1 wand in the other one. Somebody who thought they were better than you, right? They wanted you to carry those wounds forever. They tried to knock you off your pedestal, right? High Priestess. That's right, I'm calling you out. This is somebody who is, uses magic, somebody who is a psychic, somebody who could be a hidden enemy. Like I said, smiles to your face, but the whole time takes a knife and stabs it in your back. Look, abusing their magic. Somebody's magic backfired. Mm-hmm. Somebody's magic backfired. There's somebody who's a verbal manipulator. Somebody who comes in with the sweet words, with the underlining cruelty, just like the example with the toothpaste. Or the example, oh, I love you, you're my best friend. But the whole time, they were sneaking around behind your back, doing a bunch of shady shit, like pointing fingers, trying to ruin your reputation, trying to defame you, call you fake. Somebody could be losing their spiritual powers, right? So, so let's go ahead and clarify the acceptance card. The 7 of Coins. So their plan didn't work. Whatever they were planning did not work. It did not work. It backfired, right? The magic backfired. It did not work. So it's definitely 2 people, lovers, who were trying to control a narrative. Could have been using your picture, right? To try to make you feel powerless. Again, with some magic, trying to make you feel powerless. See, to me, this looks like that Mystic card. Could have been a Gemini and Leo working together. But plan backfired. Somebody wanted somebody to always stay in this energy of people pleasing, searching for happiness outside of themselves, always staying in a paranoia, right? Always sitting in them wounds. Confusion. This person played a lot of mind games with somebody. Look, I'm telling you, somebody's magic backfired. I'm telling you, somebody's word magic. Somebody who was somebody subliminal messages, causing somebody a lot of mental confusion, is losing their toll belt. It's getting taken away from them. And whoever they did this to, right, being thrown in the spotlight. Whoever they did this to, now this person's being thrown in the spotlight. Somebody could have been very envious and jealous of somebody, right? Their plan did not work. Plan did not work. And I feel like their plan was to try to humiliate somebody. This is somebody who spoke a lot of negative words over somebody. Somebody a lot of mental pain and suffering using word magic. Look how this spirit is whispering in that ear, trying to confuse somebody. Whispering in that ear. This is Mercury energy. Somebody who could have spread a lot of rumors and lies just to cause a lot of people around them confusion. But it did not work. Not a once. Because they may have knocked this person over for a second, right, with their negative words, but this person bounced right back up, got the lesson, took that lesson and turned it into, the lesson turned it into wisdom, right? Planted that seed because it's like they knew, their gut told them what the sacral chakra, their gut told them what this person was doing, putting them in this labyrinth, try to make them go in circles. Seven of Wands, somebody who was in competition. Somebody who was also a spiritual bully here. Somebody who was a spiritual bully using magic to attack somebody. A spiritual bully. This is a crown chakra, attacking somebody's crown chakra. A spiritual bully, I'm telling you. Trying to confuse them, trying to trick their intuition, trying to trick their thoughts, right? Cause them a lot of pain and suffering, a lot of heavy burdens by messing with their solar plexus, making them feel powerless, even possibly trying to manipulate somebody's free will. Now they may want to come in and ask for forgiveness. Hell no. Don't even come. Nope. I'll forgive myself for letting you in my heart, but don't come here thinking you're gonna get forgiveness. It's not gonna happen. Because whoever I'm talking to here, you're enlightened, divine feminine. You're very enlightened. You know who I'm talking about. I see a thumbs up. So apparently this is happening to you. Somebody has recognized where the negative thought pattern was coming from. You recognize where the subliminal messages were coming from. So nah, that's it. Shut it down. So somebody had the confidence here to move on their own, to start a business on their own. This is somebody who's single, sexy, and successful, right? Something is about to be thrown into the spotlight here. Oh, look, somebody wants to come in and ask for forgiveness. Why? Because they're sick, right? They're sick. They're mentally sick. Have something wrong with their head, right? Yep. Now, this talks about that pain and suffering. While you're free from this pain and suffering. So something definitely backfired. Their magic backfired. And now they're going to experience everything that they put you through. King of Wands. So the King of Wands is somebody who is very cocky, very arrogant, somebody who's a free spirit. This could be talking about the full moon that we got coming in Sagittarius as well. The King of Wands is, they say it's Leo energy, but I see it as Aries because Aries is the cardinal sign and kings are cardinal signs. But it could be anybody who's standing in this power of intention. So it could be a water sign that is standing in this power of attention, somebody who knows how to manipulate energy, somebody who's very manipulative. This is what I call my snake charmer, right? Because this kind of a person likes to be a free spirit. They don't like to be tied down to anybody. This is somebody who's very arrogant, very self-centered, very vain, right? Somebody who could be the leader, who is like the puppet master behind this plan, right? With the Pisces. Can I have some more information, please, and thank you. Yeah, somebody is free. Somebody is free from the chains that these people try to bind with. Justice in reverse. So the Justice card in reverse talks about something is unbalanced, but I also look as the Justice card in reverse, somebody getting revenge, right? Somebody getting revenge, or somebody thinks something is unfair. But the Devil card in reverse talks about the repetitive patterns, this ego death, right? 11, 115, 15, 5, 1, 1, 1. Yep. Somebody walked away from something and now they walked right into their success. Left something behind and walked right into their long-term success. Yep. And somebody feels left out in the cold. So what did they want to do? They thought it was unfair because they were being left behind. So what did they do? They got revenge and they messed with a little bit of darkness just to get revenge, right? That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Could have worked with somebody's family members, right? They did it on a routine basis. The Hierophant does rule sort of a structure, whether it's a religious structure, some sort of a society, a secret society, a coven, a cult, something along them lines. Yep, Queen of Swords, somebody who is a manipulator, somebody who lies, somebody who does not know what the truth is if it's smacked right in the face, right? Yeah, now they're having a period of bad luck because something is blocked here. And the light is shining on somebody's new beginning. Somebody definitely acted out of their shadow side. Two people were not on the same page here. Absolutely not. And somebody just did not want to accept defeat. So they got into somebody's head, right? The Devil card, Capricorn. Final message, please, and thank you for the collective. Yep, Six of Cups and Five of Swords. So they wanted to win at all costs, even if it meant using your own kids against you, right? 5 and a 6 is an 11. They wanted to win at all costs. They did not care. Somebody who, again, pointed fingers, tried to shame you, defamed your name, spread lies, rumors, and gossip, right? Possibly even said that you were always in third party situations. You were always the side chick, right? This is somebody who wanted to win at all costs, no matter what it took. Somebody who's stuck in the past, somebody who was digging up past bones, right? Digging up the past just to use it against somebody. Somebody who lives out of their ego, somebody who's just always in the past. Like they have grown up. They have not matured, right? They have not matured. Look, the star card. Gathering up groups of people around them. This could be neighbors. This could be the community. The star card represents your social circle, your community of people around you. This also represents Aquarius. Aquarius wanted to win at all cost. It did not matter, but somebody could be going to jail. Somebody could very much be going to jail for something, possibly trying to steal somebody's identity. The moon card. The moon card in reverse talks about coming into somebody's dreams. You could have seen this person in your dream state. You could also have premonition dreams. You very much could have premonition dreams about this situation, this Aquarius, but this also talks about your hopes, your wishes, right? So this person thought it was unfair because you were getting a wish granted here. Remember, the divine is clearing the way, and you are getting a wish granted, right? Acceptance, accept the gift from the universe. You're getting a wish granted. He who laughs first, that is not getting the last laugh. This person was laughing at your pain and suffering. They were laughing at the fact that they were causing you all of this mental anguish. They were laughing at the fact that they were spiritually abusing you. This is a spiritual bully. This is a spiritual bully. When they couldn't affect you in your outer world, they come into your dreams to affect you. Because they didn't want you to have this hope, this dream. They didn't want you to have your hope dreams, whatever you were wishing for. They wanted you to stay in this hopeless energy. The moon, Cancer, and Pisces, so definitely could have been, see the two dogs. They wanted you to be their dog while they were your master. That's what they thought. They thought you were a dog. They thought that they could overpower you. They thought they could make you feel powerless. They thought they could play with your free will. This could very well be somebody from your past. Like I said, that wanted to win at all costs. But in and their magic backfired. It was a dud. I feel like this is somebody who was trying to humiliate you out in a social circle. Mm-hmm. Seven of Swords. So they're about to be revealed, right? Look at the five swords. They're about to be revealed. The, the victim is about to be cleared, and the villain is about to be revealed. And the reason why they did it. I'm telling you, and you're getting your 10 of Pentacles. You're getting your success because you walked away. You walked away. It's like you missed it, right? You missed it. It's like you're this person's walk karma. The Chariot. So the Chariot talks about movement. It talks about a car. So somebody could be coming to your house, traveling to your house. This person could have astral traveled into your house as well, because it's one's energy, it's energy. Astral traveled into your house. Mm-hmm. Dream walked into your dreams. The Chariot talks about movement, it talks about success, it talks about travel. But yeah, they astral traveled into your house to spiritual. This is a spiritual bully, a psychic bully, right? That was very envious of you, very jealous of you. Very immature. Somebody, like I said, who wanted to win at all costs. Six of Wands, Two of Wands. These two people work together. Let's get together and do this, right? We'll be able to defeat this person, right? Let's sever them from their angelic ties. This person was very greedy. hmm Greedy, and they were mad because you didn't want to work with them anymore. Anything else? Anything else before we close this reading out? Seven of Swords. They're about to be exposed. I'm telling you. This backstabber, betrayer, sneaky, shady POS is about to be revealed. The true villain who was trying to block your path, to cause all this mental pain and suffering, to cause you all this physical pain and suffering, is about to be revealed. 777. Seven of Swords, Seven of Coins, Seven of Wands. Yep. Definitely a partner. They could have been trying to block your love life. High Priestess. Five of Cups in reverse. So now they want to come in and ask for forgiveness. Oh, I regret doing what I do, right? That it's not the truth though. They don't regret it. The only thing they regret is getting caught. They're going to regret getting exposed because whoever I'm talking to, your intuition caught on to. You figured out what they were doing and they were mad because you left them. They were mad because you didn't no longer want to be a partner with them. This is somebody who was a hidden enemy that said, oh, I love you, right? I love you. This is a third party situation. This is somebody who is a secret mistress, who wanted the drama, right? Who liked to play in the verbal drama. And then turn around and they like to play the victim, right? I'm the victim. Look, Pisces, I'm the victim. Here, let me invite you out somewhere, right? Let me invite you out somewhere. I'm telling you, they're sick. They're sick. Because whatever they sent for you, it returned back to them. And now they're mentally sick. Now they're in a state of paranoia. Up late at night, not sleeping, not feeling well, having brain issues. Worried they're going to get caught because they're the other person, third party station. Mm-hmm. Let's get a final message before we move into the moon energy. Final message from the Keepers of the Light and the Angels for this beautiful reading for Divine Feminines. Oh, yeah, look. Spiritual gifts. Thank you, Archangel Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. Speak your truth. Soul expansion. And look who else is showing up. Mary Magdalene. You know the story about Mary Magdalene. She was persecuted. You know, they were pointing fingers at her, gossiping about her, calling her names, calling her a hoe, calling her a prostitute, all of that, right? So you are very gifted. Your voice is here to help the collective consciousness to expand into their Christ consciousness. You are here to share this, to share your testimony, to help other people. Somebody is very gifted. Somebody is a like very cognitive, clairaudient. Yeah, and the divine, like I said, is stepping in to clear your way to activate these gifts. so that you could teach other people how to do it. Yeah. So balancing, a rebalancing is taking. So you honor yourself, right? Honor how beautiful you are. This person was so envious of your beauty, right? You definitely are seeing the signs in your sleep right here, seeing the signs in your sleep. Look who comes through Jesus, twin flame journey. And underneath that, we got the twin flames. So whoever I'm talking to, you're on a twin flame journey. And your light is being activated. Your light is being activated because you are here on earth. You're being guided by earth. You're being protected by earth. You are highly protected. And you got somebody who is so envious of your wings, so envious of your beauty. They are so envious of your hair, right? What a pathetic person to be envious of somebody's hair. Grow your own damn hair, right? Look, so you're being balanced out. Things are being made fair, right? Now somebody like, oh, that's unfair because they broke the chains, right? They broke the chains. They're coming into the light. They broke the chains of darkness, coming into the light. Mm-hmm. To your spiritual abundance. It's coming in, guys. So you're being asked to move around, move your body, go outside, on your energy. I already did all that. And make healthy choices. You have a choice to make. You really need to trust your intuition on this one, right? Take a step back before you rush into the decision, right? A step back before you take that leap of faith, because you do have Archangel Michael who is protecting you. You have Archangel Michael, you have your loved ones, you have your spirit guides. They're drawing in close to you at this time. They want you to know that you are loved. You need to love and accept yourself. The chair may look as though it's empty, but it's not. You are definitely a wounded warrior here. So find peace, right? Archangel Raguel. He's the one who is the balancer here. Peace and harmony will be restored in your life. And there is an important lesson folding for the ones who come up against you, for the group of people who come up against you and tried to steal your star. Divine intervention has happened. What is hidden behind the moon is coming to the light. The villain is about to be exposed. The villain, because there's more than one. All right. So that is your daily message for today. Make sure you trust your intuition. Make sure you get enough rest and sleep. Don't worry, because worry is a wasted emotion. You're being lifted up out of this pain and suffering. You're being freed, right? You're coming into union with your divine masculine, divine feminine. This person is take back your power. You have power to take back your power, right? You don't have to please anybody else. You don't need to search for happiness outside of yourself, because you've already got everything you need within you, and you're mastering it, right? You're mastering it. So stay patient. Keep working on yourself. Keep working on that project, because in the long run, you're catching somebody's eye. You are catching a leader's eye. And they're seeing it. They're seeing it. They're seeing your true talent. Somebody else is under karmic judgment. You need to trust your intuition, right? And let go of something. Mm-hmm. Let go. So that this can come through. Yeah, somebody was an opportunist here. They were just an opportunity to try to steal your money. They wanted your power, right? They wanted you to lose control. This is somebody who's going to trigger you and create a lot of drama. This is definitely a couple, right? Coming into your dreams. The illusion is cracking. Now there's going to be some sort of power struggle behind the scenes. A powerful words. Yep. It's like a powerful word. So be aware of somebody trying to manipulate you with some words. King of Swords. Just to try to get somebody in trouble. Just to try to set somebody up with the law. So be aware of that. Okay.